Nima, I know you've done a lot with authentication, so you're talking to a lot of enterprises in terms of improving the usability. What are you seeing in terms of some of the big risks with some of the new technologies that are coming to market based on AI and machine learning?
Nowadays we mostly talk about the models, the vulnerabilities that might happen from the models, but we also should look into another area of vulnerability, which is the data that we are using. As we go forward, AI becomes more mainstream. We are seeing that new verticals are popping up. One of the more recent ones that was very interesting to me, published a couple of years ago, was patch-based backdoor attacks on self-learning models. So these models are working on a lot of unlabeled data, huge data sets that most of the time they're unlabeled. So what the adversaries are doing, they're putting some small patches in the size of a few pixels on images. And once they do that, that would be a trigger point that could be used as a backdoor. As an example, they can train those patches to be recognized as, let's say, a Rottweiler, a dog. And then, let's say, a drone is flying over Russia and then sees those patches attached to, let's say, a tank, and then that thinks that it's a Rottweiler. So you can imagine that this amount of large data sets that are used for training these models, there might be a lot of data that is not clean enough. So you have to be very cautious about the data that you're using for training your models, because otherwise that can create backdoors that hasn't been anticipated.